I invite you to stand with us, and we'll begin with a word of prayer. And then if you will remain standing after the prayer, and we'll join together in the pledge to the flag. If you will bow with us. Father, we love you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for the opportunity to conduct the business of our county. Thank you for the privilege of serving our communities. Thank you for everyone that's here. Ask that you be in all that is said and done. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Amen. Join us in the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Let me say on behalf of the commission how pleased we are to see all of you here. We appreciate the good crowd, the interest in the business of the county and in other things that are going on today. We'll invite you to stay with us till the bitter end if you choose to. We'll probably have about a 1-hour meeting, maybe a little more. But my thought is that we have a couple of presentations, and we'll do those first. Ask everybody to hang with us through those presentations, and then we'll take a 5-minute recess. So those of you that are anxious to get back to class or whatever the case may be can slip out at that recess time. That'll be comfortable for you. But we are thankful for all of you that are here today. We have no scheduled comments from citizens, no public comment on the agenda. So we'll move right on to the awards and presentations. And we are thrilled to have with us today the Opp High School cheerleaders who are national champions. Thank you, girls, and congratulations. I would like to ask all of you, the leaders of the cheerleaders and the cheerleaders to stand, if you will, for just a moment. And we have a small presentation we'd like to make to you guys. If all of you would come forward. And if y'all step forward about 2 or 3 steps and then get your captains or leaders to come with you, that'd be great. Coaches and assistant principal. We appreciate the whole Opp High School team being with us today. And the commission has adopted a proclamation, and we're going to call on Ken Northey, who is Commissioner, District 1, where you guys are located, to, if you would, come down and he's going to read this on behalf of the commission. This is our brief statement of how much we appreciate you guys and the accomplishments that you have achieved. And then we'll give all of you a chance to say a word if you choose to do that. I know that your captain will speak. I've heard her speak before, and she does an excellent job. Maybe she'll be prepared to make remarks in response. Kenneth?
Okay. I'm going to try to read through this, all these whereas. Right here, a proclamation to from the Covington County Commission. Whereas the Opp High School cheerleaders are the 2020 Universal Cheerleader Association National Champions. And whereas the Opp High School cheerleaders completed the competition in the 2020 UCA National High School Cheerleading Championship with first place in game day competition, second in place in traditional competition. And whereas the Opp High School cheerleaders excelled beyond last year's record of 6th place in the traditional competition, have not ever advanced to the game day competition. Whereas you are to be commended for an exciting and hard-fought competition, and you should rightly take pride in the accomplishments of the squad and the record you earned, as well as the life experiences gained from participation with your squad and coaches in this achievement. And whereas it gives us tremendous amount of pleasure to express to all the members of Opp High School cheerleaders, on behalf of the Covington County Commission and all the citizens of Covington County, our sincere congratulations on achieving innumerable successes, accomplishments, and in doing so demonstrating to your peers and all of us in the community, great accomplishments can be realized with hard work, perseverance, practice, and commitment. Therefore, it will be proclaimed that the Covington County Commission is pleased to publicly commend the Opp High School cheerleaders and coaches in the fine efforts to present this proclamation as an expression admiration of this commission and all our citizens to be members of this squad.
Good. Thank y'all. Congratulations. Do you want to make a few comments just on behalf of the group? And I know you can. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I just want to say thank y'all first for having us today. It means a lot. supporting us continuously throughout our journey, and it's been amazing. This team has definitely overcome a lot of stuff this year. We had a lot of injuries, but as a senior, it's just been amazing to have these girls on my team, and they've been willing to work hard. Me and McKenna, from our freshman year, we've left a legacy as the first seniors to win state all 4 years, the first seniors to have a national championship, and we couldn't have done it without the people before us that laid the foundation, and our coaches for instilling in us hard work and dedication. And I just want to thank these girls for being an amazing team, and thank y'all for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Why don't we do one more thing as we're getting ready for Ms. Alverson or one of the coaches to make comments? All right, I was gonna ask if all of the girls will tell us, your name. We'll just start on this end, your name and what, grade you're in.
Milo Parker, 11th grade.
Okay.
Amy Donaldson, 11th grade.
Okay.
Anna Worley, 11th grade. Callie Cassidy, 11th grade. Callie Grace Turman, 11th grade. McKenna McDonald, 12th grade.
Karen Blair, 12th grade.
Callie Caldwell, 10th grade. Carrie Beth Henson, 10th grade.
Ethan Turman, 10th grade.
Madison Adams, 10th grade. Carolyn Moody, 10th grade.
Anna Kate Harrison, 9th grade.
Okay. Coach?
I am Lori Harrison, the cheer coach for Rock High School, and this is Wendy Donaldson, the assistant coach, and of course this is Miss Alverson, our assistant principal. And definitely thank you for having us. We are beyond blessed at the amount of recognition that these girls have received for their accomplishment. A lot of times people have no idea how much they practice and the hard work that they put into this program. Not only do they, constantly supporting our football team, our basketball team, volleyball when we're able to, they also practice really hard for their own program as far as competition season. And, there are many times that we'll practice up to the last minute right before a basketball game and then go cheer at a basketball game. There have been times that we wouldn't really accomplish what we needed to at a practice, leave to go to a basketball game, and then they would decide as a whole group to come back, from leaving the basketball game to go practice to finish up what we had left for practice. So they really are a great group of girls. Not only do they represent us because they have a national championship, they also represent us just of who they are and the kind of girls and character that they lead with. I never have to worry about them when we go off somewhere. They really do just, lead with pride. They take everything that I tell them and they apply it to what everyday living is about. So I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful for y'all for having us, and I'm thankful for Ms. Alverson and Ms. Donaldson for what they do for this program as well. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I know we have several parents and grandparents that are with us today. Thank y'all so much for coming. We'll have time for speeches after the meeting ends. If y'all wanna hang around, we'll give you a chance to, after the meeting ends, those that won't say. Do y'all mind if we have a picture with you? Do y'all mind coming here in front of this, and the commissioners will stand here behind you, and, we'd love to get a quick photo if you don't mind.
You don't be making faces at the camera or anything like that.
Yeah, y'all done this before.
Yeah.
That was good. Y'all were fine. All right. Thank y'all so much, girls. Congratulations again.
If y'all wanna make a little speech for about 5 minutes apiece,
Or y'all can do a quick cheer. Never.
thank you, ladies.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right, we have one other presentation, that would like to make at this time while these ladies are still with us. Scott, if you will, come forward and, give us some background on this next one.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and first off, I want to say thanks to the Covington County Commission for the support that y'all provide the Southeast Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission with the board members that y'all appoint to our board of directors. Consistently, our board members of Covington County have the best attendance of any of our counties, even though most of y'all have the longest drive. So first off, I just want to say thanks for the support that y'all provide us, and today I want to recognize one of those members that we've had is Mr. Bernard Stewart, who, I can probably count on one hand the amount of meetings in 15 years that he did not make it to. He's been a very devoted member, and he has recently come off our board as our first vice chairman. And so we really appreciate all he's done. And if y'all would oblige, let me read this resolution that was passed by our board last year. Recognizing Mr. Bernard Stewart as a long-serving member of the Southeast Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission Board of Directors. Whereas in special recognition of distinguished service to the Southeast Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission Board of Directors, the Serpent DC wishes to acknowledge Mr. Bernard Stewart through this resolution. And whereas Mr. Stewart has been a faithful and contributing member of the Serpent DC Board of Directors from November 22nd, 2004 to December 13th, 2019, and served on the Executive Committee from 2011 to 2019. Mr. Stewart served by virtue of his appointment to the board as a representative from Covington County. And whereas Mr. Stewart has been an exemplary member of the Serpent DC Board of Directors for over 15 years, having attended the great majority of its meetings and those of the Board Executive Committee. And whereas Mr. Stewart, as a member of the Serpent DC Board of Directors, has provided steady counsel and guidance to the successful operation of the Serpent DC. And whereas Mr. Stewart's faithful participation on the Serpent DC Board of Directors for the past 15 years has been of great benefit to the Southeast Alabama region and deserves significant recognition by the Serpent DC Board of Directors. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Directors of the Southeast Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission that it approves this resolution recognizing Mr. Bernard Stewart for his longtime service as a member of the Board of Directors. Be it further resolved by the Board of Directors that it extends its deepest appreciation to Mr. Bernard Stewart for his longtime dedication and service to the Serpent DC and the Southeast Alabama region, the citizens of Covington County, and the state of Alabama. Be it further resolved that this resolution be made part of the permanent minutes of this board and that a plaque containing this resolution be given to Mr. Stewart for him to cherish, approved and adopted by the board on the 12th day of September 2019.
Mr. Stewart, we do appreciate your service over the years, and I think Kyle Adams has a proclamation to read on behalf of the county commission as well, to join with Scott. Scott Carpenter is the executive director of the Regional Planning Commission out of Dothan that serves a 7-county region, and Covington County is well served by that agency because of the good leadership of folks like Mr. Stewart. Kyle?
A proclamation of the Covington County Commission. Whereas Bernard Stewart has served as a board member of the Southeast Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission since November 22nd, 2004, representing the interest of Covington County for over 15 years. And whereas Mr. Stewart further served as the Southeast Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission as a member of the Executive Committee for 8 years, having been elected by his fellow members to this position. And whereas during his years of volunteer service, Mr. Stewart has proven to be of great assistance to Covington County, its commission members, and all of our citizens. He has displayed exemplary dedication to the best interest of Covington County by working tirelessly for the economic and community development of the county and region. And whereas Mr. Stewart has announced that he elects not to be reappointed to the Southeast Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission, and the Covington County Commission deems it appropriate that his service be acknowledged and further wishes to express its sincere appreciation and thanks to Mr. Stewart for his distinguished service to the Planning Commission. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the members of the Covington County Commission, hereby extend personal congratulations to Mr. Stewart for his many years of distinguished service, and we extend to him, his wife, and their family our best wishes for many years of happiness in the future. Adopted and approved this 25th day of February 2020.
Mr. Stewart, do you fill up to a picture? No, okay. We'll come to you if you'll stand there. We'll grab it. We can't overstate the value of someone like Mr. Stewart and his service over the years. There are hundreds of thousands of dollars that have come into Covington County through the agency's efforts, also that of the leaders such as Mr. Stewart. And at the same time, ladies, again, we appreciate y'all. I mentioned Sunday that I thought that this the impact that you have is much more than just for this year. It's for the long term, for many years to come across Covington County. So thank y'all again for being here. Mr. Stewart, thank you. We'll come around after you get a picture with Scott, and then we'll jump into a picture with